Hey guys, this is SG here and welcome to 2150, and in this video I'll be talking about my experiences, my story of installation of the handlebar risers onto my motorcycle. So actually what happened, I faced a couple of issues after installing the handlebar risers, because the cables were, the control cables didn't have enough slack to get the handlebar risen up to and place it onto the handlebar risers. So I resolved those issues. And this video is about the whole story and what happened after what. So at first I installed the handlebar risers, and after installing, when I was doing the lock-to-lock check after turning on the engine, I found that when I turned the handlebars towards the right, the idling RPM was rising.
You like to check whether the throttle wire is okay. To do that, you just start the bike and turn the handlebars. The idling RPM should not change. Look at this. The throttle wire is improved. We need to restore that, we need to check that. Okay.
And after a few number of times, after checking a few number of times, it was even rising when I was turning the handlebars towards the left. So I found out that the throttle cable fell short, or it was tight. It was getting extended every time I was turning the handlebars. So that was not how I was able to ride the motorcycle. So so what I did was I disconnected the throttle cable and I put it outside, or rerouted the throttle cable, and then I got enough slack so that I got a perfect amount of throttle free play on the throttle controller. Previously, right after installing the handlebars, I didn't have enough throttle free play. The throttle free play, a little bit of it was there when the handlebar was straight, but when turned to any of the sides, the throttle free play was not there. So I rerouted the throttle cable and the throttle free play was there. But even after that, when I was turning the handlebar towards the right side, the engine was coughing and sometimes it was getting stalled. So I was worried what happened and how can I fix that issue there. So I went to the Bajaj authorized service center, and the manager there told me that this cannot be done. I told them that I would need a little bit longer throttle cable, and they said that this cannot be done. This is a bad idea to install the handlebar risers to a motorcycle. Nobody does that. Who does that? Well, he is not the reason why I go to the authorized service center of Bajaj, but the main reason is the owner. The owner himself is a rider. He likes to tour with motorcycles which are of less capacities, and he had a great experience, and motorcycles are his hobby, and from his hobby he started this service center. So he's a good guy. His name is Samir, and the service center's name is Samir's. So this place is in Kalighat in Kolkata. If you are from Kolkata, you might know this place, Kalighat. Okay. So he is the reason why I always go there. Well, I will come back to this in a few moments. So after that, I took my motorcycle home, and I was worried. I was thinking what to do. So I took my motorcycle to a local mechanic here in near to my home. This place is known as Prince Anwar Shah. You might know if you are from Kolkata. And there is a friend of mine who is a mechanic there. This guy's name is Tipu, and we both of us discussed on what happened and what we can do. And he discovered that the choke cable, which is fixed to the left side of the handlebar, is getting extended every time I was turning the handlebar towards the right. So I was feeling like an idiot, because this didn't come to my mind previously, that the choke cable can also get extended. So what he did was he disengaged, or I should say disconnected the choke cable from the choke lever, which is in the left hand side of the handlebar, and then he just kept it like that. And the choke lever is put with he fixed it with a tape, and now after that it was working perfectly. And then I took my motorcycle to the Samir's authorized service center, and I was talking to Samir, and something struck my mind that I took my motorcycle for periodic maintenance servicing, and something crossed my mind that if I can reroute the throttle cable, I can reroute all the other cables as well. So this guy Samir, he also tried that. He actually mentioned to me that the clutch cable is also getting extended. He actually appreciated the handlebar risers, and he took some feedback from me that the cables has very little amount of slack, because most of the people are going for these kind of modifications on their motorcycles. So I gave him the feedback, and he told me that he will forward this feedback to the respective authorities who will look into this. So he also took a feedback from me regarding Dominar, because I've seen many people who are also installing handlebar risers in Dominar 400, because the handlebar is a little bit down. So this feedback might go up. Now, coming back to my story, and after that, when he mentioned that the clutch cable is also getting stressed, what he did, he tried to install a clutch cable which is longer. So he tried with Avenger clutch cables, and it came to be a little bit more longer, little too much longer. So we do not need that much long, because that clutch cable would not be able to disengage the clutch when I pull the clutch lever. So suddenly something came to my mind that if I can reroute the throttle cable, I can reroute the clutch cable as well. So I rerouted the clutch cable, and then I had the enough amount of slack I needed, and then I just kept on thinking that I should then reroute all the control cables so that they are not stressed. So I rerouted the choke cable as well, and then kept the choke cable there, and I connected the choke cable back to the choke lever, and now everything works perfectly. Everything is in sync, everything works perfectly, and after riding for a week or so with the handlebar risers installed, the bike feels smooth, and the ride is heavenly, and the luxury of the ride escalated to the rooftops. And if you are also using a Bajaj, you are riding a Bajaj V15, and you are looking to install these handlebars in your motorcycle, then I should say that you should look for rerouting the control cables. The electronic cables, the electric cables will not create so much of the problem, but the control cables would create a problem, so you need to reroute those control cables. And if you want to know how to reroute the control cables, where should the control cables go through, so that you have enough slack, so that you can have the required free play in your clutch, in your throttle, you can watch this video here. I have discussed about all the routings that I have done to my motorcycle, so that now my motorcycle rides smoothly, and the cables are perfectly aligned, you know, having perfect amount of slack, and free plays on the controls. So you can go over there and watch that video, and if you haven't watched my installation video, you can click over there and then watch the installation video as well. So that will be it for the story, and this is where the story ends actually. And if you do like the video, don't forget to hit that like button down below, and go ahead and subscribe this channel, because I'll be sharing at least one new video each week regarding riding a motorcycle which is 150cc, and touring with a 150cc motorcycle. And I'll also share tips and tricks which can make your life easy, which I had learned the hard way, and I had researched and did things to know. So I'll be posting all those things into some videos in this channel, so that you don't have to do all those hard tasks to get this knowledge if you are into touring. Okay, so thanks for watching.